Just identify yourself, who you represent. Whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
I am Stephanie Swanson, the issue chair of Redistricting for the League of Women Voters of Texas. I am also a leader in the Fair Maps Texas Coalition. Today I will be testifying as a member of and on behalf of the League of Women Voters of Texas against SB 4. We appreciate the opportunity to appear before you today. Thank you for allowing us to share the League of Women Voters position on this bill. Before I begin, I just want to say I have 3 documents being passed out. One is a copy of my my testimony that I'll be giving today. Another is a report from the League of Women Voters of Hays County. They have conducted community of interest mapping with community leaders across the county, and I have pulled some of those community of interest maps for you to review. Same with Como County. The League of Women Voters of Como County have also done the same. I will be addressing some of the issues so far that I have seen unfold with this redistricting cycle. These public hearings are being held a mere 5 to 6 days after publication of the draft Senate and State Board of Education maps. That is not sufficient time for the general public who do not have access to Red Apple and all of its reports to assess the maps and determine whether they are fair and abide by the constitutional and federal law. There are genuine concerns about the constitutionality of these maps. It appears that, as in previous cycles, there are patterns of packing and cracking of Black, Latinx, and AAPI communities across the state. By providing only a few days for the public to assess the maps, the legislature is sending a clear message that it is not interested in hearing the concerns of its constituents and is merely going through the motions while moving full steam ahead with its own plans. The chair's amendment was given to the public with even less time to analyze it. The Texas legislature once again appears to be disregarding the concerns and voices of the constituents it claims to serve. Next, I will be addressing some comments provided by Chair Huffman yesterday. Chair Huffman announced that these draft maps were drawn colorblind. That assertion is problematic for 2 reasons. First, drawing maps using race-blind criteria is not appropriate under the VRA. Racial and ethnic demographics are necessary to determine whether majority-minority districts or opportunity districts should be drawn under the VRA. Second, it is clear from even a cursory glance at the new districts that race was taken into account, as many district lines seem to correspond with precincts with high percentages of voters of color. Thus, that statement is plainly misleading or untrue. By failing to be transparent about the use of racial data, questions arise about how the data was used and for what reason. While racial data is necessary for VRA analysis, it is unconstitutional to use such data for racial gerrymanders or for intentional packing and cracking. Given the enormous increase in population amongst voters of color, simply maintaining representation for voters of color is grossly inadequate. SD 9 in Tarrant County and SD 17 in Fort Bend County and Harris seem to be the most egregious examples of lowering the minority population to change political performance. We see similar patterns in SD 10 and SD 8. There was likely the potential in these 4 sites to increase or maintain minority preferred representation, and instead it was undermined. My last section is going to be on the citizen voting age population data.
Ms. Swanson, I think your time is up.
Okay, thank
and
you.
We do have your written testimony and all the documents you submitted to the committee, and we appreciate that.
Thank you so much.